Where do you get your hats? This is a Cavender's. The other is a Stetson. I'll be honest. Just to kind of update you on like where I'm at. I've been having like a weird time lately. I don't know if it's like a combination between maybe a little burnout or like fatigue with everything going on, or I don't know. But I'm trying to do better at taking time off before I feel overwhelmed. Even if I'm already overwhelmed, like taking time off before it gets worse. And it's also like, I don't know, there's not like a clear one thing that's like getting at me. It's this kind of ambiguous feeling that I have. That's a mix of a lot of other feelings. And sometimes it's hard for me to be online. It just is, it's just hard. I don't know. And I'm only online a tiny fraction of how much I used to be in terms of like my involvement. But even that is still just a lot sometimes. And I don't know. I just feel like it wears on me a little bit. So during this panorama, the most regular task can feel really tiring. Yeah. I don't know. There's so much about my job that I love, and there's so much about, you know, this environment that I enjoy and feel fortunate to be a part of. But sometimes I think about what it would be like to not have to like be on the internet for work. Like what if I was able to just like do my work and have that be its own isolated thing? Not saying that I'm like leaving or anything like that. It's just like the thought crosses my brain, you know, because like I don't look at a lot of the internet on my free time. And so when I come here, whether or not I want it to be, it is a dose of like the reality of like the world and the internet and people and conversations and everything. So, and also like being myself for a living. Sometimes I don't feel like I have a lot to offer, you know? And I appreciate everyone, you know, being nice and saying nice things and supporting me no matter what. But it's not really even about like, I don't know, like in the most respectful way possible. It's not really about if I actually have a lot to offer or anything to offer in your eyes. It's sort of just about that feeling that I kind of feel like dogs me sometimes. You know, hope that feeling fades soon. Yeah, you know, me too. And like, I hope that, and I'm honestly like, I don't have the energy to like go through shit in my life and not like show some of it on stream, just because I'm like, I can't just like not be myself. I have to like, even if I am like an exaggerated version of myself on stream or whatever, like I'm still myself. I'm not a character. So like sometimes like I can only keep it real and, you know, whatever. But I hope it fades too, but I also hope I'm able to like listen to that feeling a little bit and like allow it to, I don't know, maybe give me some insight on what I could be doing differently or in addition to what I'm doing or anything like that, you know? Like the love that y'all show on stream every day I stream is like, it's insane. It's amazing. Who wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that? It's largely what keeps me coming back, but you know, I don't know. It's a weird time. And I think right when you think you have like a grasp on everything, like things just don't feel great. I don't know. It's like hard to describe. So yeah, I had chores to do yesterday, but I also I couldn't stream. I don't know. Chris, you're totally right. Breaks are huge, and I appreciate you and love you. And I think like a lot of us had the opposite of a break this year. Whereas like you would schedule annually or semi-annually or once a month, whatever you do, your vacation or your break or, you know, whatever you do for your situation. But instead of that, we all just did nothing and just read the terrible news in the headlines every day and got sadder and sadder. And so like we're on the tail end of it. Things are looking up. The world's opening up, you know? But it's sort of just like, it's like, where do you go now? Do you like honestly, after this year, part of me just wants to get so far away from the internet that I can't see it anymore. And that's not anything to do with y'all. Like, it's just like the internet has been awful for, you know, the last year. It's been growing and getting worse and worse. But like, I think we all agree that like there's a fatigue of being online. And with my job existing online, it sort of just makes me want to run, you know? Like I'm seeing an opening and I'm just like, but I don't mean to scare you or sound extreme, because I like there's so much about what we do here and about stream that I just love, and I'm not ready to say goodbye to that. I'm just not. Like there's, you know, there's a level of purpose that it gives me and fulfillment, and it makes me happy and it makes me laugh, and I don't want to stop doing this. So that's not what I'm saying, but you know, it's just confusing, you know. And yeah, like I want to take a break. I want to take a big ass break. I want to take a week, a month, I don't know. But I'm trying to do it at the right time and make sure I'm not like boxing myself in even within a break. Like if I say, hey, I'm going to take a week off or a month off, and by the end of that time period, I'm not ready to come back and I force myself to come back, what's the purpose of the break in the first place? You know, I want to make sure that I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, I want to do the right thing for myself and feel better, but it's just hard. I don't know. My therapist says everyone's stamina is so low, so we have to build it back up. Yeah, I think that's very accurate. I appreciate all of you very much and all the nice things you say and the support you give me. It feels supportive. It feels very real, and I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful. And it's honestly like a little bit validating to hear that some of you feel exactly how I'm describing. Like, it's just, that's another bonus about this job, is like I get to like have my human experience normalized on a daily basis with all of you. I get to talk to you. I get to have y'all relate to me and vice versa. So it's like, you know, it helps me. And I hope if you're going through similar things or you're feeling some type of way and stressed and frustrated and confused and sad and scared, I hope you can get through it as well. You know, I hope it gets easier. I hope it gets better. I hope you know, you find out how to feel a little bit better and you can make it through. Thanks for sharing and keeping it real. I honestly, I wish I had it within me to like sometimes not keep it real, because it's like easier, but no, I like sometimes I can only do it. That's all I can. I don't know. It's hard. It's weird. You know, it's weird what I do. Do you have a therapist or anyone you talk to? I do have a therapist, yeah. And it's like, you know, I love therapy, and I think it's such a huge, important, amazing tool for me and a lot of people, and I think everyone should try it in their life. But it's also not like the answer to everything. It's not like the fix. Sometimes you go, you know, sometimes you're going through something, and no matter what you do, it's like you can still feel that feeling. You can still be going through it. It makes it a little easier. You're able to talk yourself through it and have it, you know, validated and work on different techniques and tools to help yourself. But it's, you know, sometimes it's just sometimes you're on like a level of life, and no matter what you want for yourself, like You just got to get through that level and then get to the next one. And to everyone saying, take your time, take time off, all that, I will. And I appreciate that. And I'm sort of like thinking about how to do that right and do it the right way and make it the most effective. And, but yeah, I will. I'll be taking time off. And that's also, on a smaller scale, taking 1 day a week off, or like streaming 4 days a week or 3 days a week instead of 5 or 6. Like sometimes that's what I need to just like short term make it through the week and feel good. Like normalizing small breaks, Felt great yesterday to in the middle of the week just like be a person and do normal adult things and not worry about game plans and getting into showtime mode by 4 p.m. Sometimes it's not even like the workload or like the time spent streaming. It's more of just like the emotional preparation I have to do to be someone that I think people want to watch. Is like getting into showtime mode. It's like that's like mentally the most exhausting part lately.